Hello, it's me, and I'm in my daughter's room on her desktop, and I was messing around with some screen recorder software, and I got it fixed finally. It took forever, because I wanted to try to tell you a story about something and relate it to an example, and tell you about how it all occurs. So what this is I wanted to tell you a story about rap, the music genre rap, and I'm going to read the lyrics from a rap song and tell you what the song's about, and that kind of ties into well, I'll just tell you as I go. Okay, so I'll tell you the story first. You want to know? Okay, there was once some people that wanted to be rappers in the music industry, and they wanted to rap. And they wanted to break into the music industry and be famous. And they wanted to be regular rappers, like R-A-P-P-E-R-S. And they, well, in order for them, they wanted to be, famous. They wanted that money. They wanted all the things that you're supposed to not want here. So, in order to get to a certain stature or a certain level of stardom, superstar, the stars above God's throne, you don't get to just do that. There's you have to give up, you have to have, like you see here, a Faustian bargain. And, there are lots of talented people out there in the world, in the real hoods and ghettos and stuff that are, really talented that don't ever make it because they don't want people that are talented, and, they want people that are be willing to serve a purpose other than just making music. So they they get the contract. They're always talking about, well, they got signed. They finally got signed over to a major label, and in order for humans to be rappers, they have to be signed, or to be superstar rappers, okay, or to be, in the entertainment industry, that's a known person that makes a lot of money, a star above God's throne. You've got to be a human rapper, you've got to become a rapper, like a candy rapper. You've got to do a Faustian bargain. That's what they do. They do Faustian bargains, and they become skin rappers, pretty much like candy rappers, but made of skin. Well, and they've still got their bones and their blood and their muscles and shit. But okay, so they do the Faustian bargain, and that is Faustian bargain. Faust, and I've watched that movie, the old black and white movie called Faustian, or Faustian bargain, something like that. It doesn't even have any talking in it, actually. It's so old. Faust in the legend traded his soul to the devil in exchange for knowledge. To strike a Faustian bargain is to be willing to sacrifice anything to satisfy a limitless desire for knowledge or power. And that's true. So they do this, and so what happens after that, when they signed the contract, they sold out. Or sold their soul, but kind of not. They kind of sold their soul, but more they just sold out the soul, pretty much. They sold their soul, whatever. I sold my soul. I think I gave my soul its soul back, so I sold my soul, S-O-U-L-E-D. But anyway, they go, and so to do this, to sell your soul, you must be voided. They get voided, they go through the MK mind control, or I don't know how they feed it to the rich and the wealthy and the famous, because I'm not rich, wealthy, or famous, and what I know of it and how it happened to me and how I did it to myself, and, what drove me insane, but I don't know the correct way that you void. I voided, but I don't know the correct way you do it, and I didn't do it the correct way. They know how they do it, in what order, and how big a bites to take of it at one time, and how much to take at one time, and when to take it, and what order. They get it fed to them on a silver platter, and while they wear their little apron and be Masonic or whatever, they void the people's soul, pretty much. They drastically change them and their perceptions so much that it's like it's not the same person anymore. But what is happening is they are becoming voided and empty and hollow inside, because they're going to be filled back up with they're going to be filled back up with the ancient gods of Egypt, stuff like that, like old gods, like old entities. And then the sole purpose of the what was human rapper that is now a skin rapper for an entity or an old ancient god, whatever the entity's purpose or agenda is, becomes the skin rapper's agenda. It's just a vehicle for them to move around and to do what they do, and that's what they do. And So Robin talks about how the people are, the ones that do this or whatever, they're promised to go back up. And he's always saying that, promise to go back up. They're promised that they're going to get to go back up. But when you get there, at least Robin says when they get there that they're going to find out their boss changed his heart and that they've had a change of heart and now they're not. So this rap song here, I love this rap song though, but a lot of rap songs are really, especially now, are like, well, maybe always probably, but they have a different symbology in them to me in a way. But this song is called, it's called Hair Down, but it could be hair as in this hair here, hairs in your electric hairs, or like, you know, energy hairs. And then it can also be your hair like your H-E-I-R, like your heir or heiress. So it's by Sir, Hair Down. Now, I've been going silly for the West Side, and that probably has something to do with whatever happens in the West Side. You might catch me rolling where the reps ride. Real reps, yeah, because I'm a ref. Oh, it's a ref. He says reps, but I think he says refs. Sometimes these lyrics aren't right. You might catch him rolling where the reps ride. Well, whatever. Representatives, it could be refs, though. It sounds like he's saying refs, and all these things are not always right on lyrics. But even if it did say refs, that's cool, though. He says you can catch me rolling where the refs ride, because I'm a referee. And Robin can be a referee. We all can be referees. It's kind of like I don't want to play the game. As a player, I want to watch the game, and if anything foul's going on around in that game, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to ref it. But that means I'm still part of the game. You see, I don't have to play it, but I can ref it from the sidelines. Those lines that go side. Yeah. And when I see something that's not right, I can call it like a ref. And still be part of the game, but not really in the game, but not totally spectator either, you know. So, anyway, I think it should say refs, but he says reps here. Ain't no opposition, I'm the best, right? He says best, this says best right, I swear he says, and I'll let the song play at the end of the video, you can judge for yourself. Because a lot of the, what I was going to say about rap songs is a lot of these rap songs, they'll say words that sound, that almost sound like another word, but it's this other word that's not related to that one at all, but the fact that it sounds like the other word when they say it almost, because they're doing it so fast, they mean the other way. So, and he says, ain't no opposition, I'm the best right. I think he says, ain't no opposition, I'm the best ride. Because he's a rapper, he's boarded himself now, he's a skin rapper, he's a vehicle, he's a ride, he's a car, the damn car, and the lyrics, the car is always going home. There's even cars in this video, a blue car actually, of course, because you count only blue cars with Dishwalla. So, yeah, I think he's the best ride because, well, he was good enough to get voided and go up and then have that come back down in him to do its bidding for knowledge and stuff. And he might take his city on a test drive. They do that. They test drive these lives before they want to come into them. So they test drive the city where they live, they test drive the person, and they take them on, and they decide if they like that or not. I guess the Oration Clause, I'm assuming. I'm kind of sure on that. You don't want to see me on a good day. You don't want to see me on a bad day. I was just a blank with some hoop dreams. And now I'm in the league, bitch. Now I'm in the lead, bitch. You know, hoop dreams, circles. Now I'm in the league, bitch. I swear, he says I can slam dunk, but I'll just lay up. He doesn't. It says I could stand up, but I'll just lay down. Smoking marijuana till I wake up. Yeah, I could stand up, but I'm going to lay down now because when you stand up, you become bait. If you've got any kind of light shining, they're going to see it and they're going to hunt you. I could stand up, but I got to lay low, lay down, just like Mark Braun says. Oh my God, what was that thing about lay low? Stay out of trouble. So I could stand up, but I got to lay low. Yeah, and I'm going to smoke my marijuana until it's time for me to wake up. And so y'all may not understand me because it's all real. Yeah, you may not understand it because it isn't all real. And I don't really give a damn how y'all feel. So maybe he's just trying to let his hair down. Baby, I'm just trying to let my hair down. And everybody's watching, I'm aware now. They're all watching, keeping time too. And because he's aware now. But he can't find a reason he should care now. Exactly. If you just don't care about any of it, it makes it feel a little bit better. But maybe he's just trying to let his hairs down. And if I take off my coat, well, that could be a real coat, a jacket, kind of a coat. Could be a coat of angel wings, because they call those coats too. Angel wings are coats, white coats to be specific. Do you promise to stay? Well, Depends. If I give you my heart, would you throw it away? Yes, they will. They did. They did. Do you mean what you say when you tell me you love me? Do you really? Do you really? Okay, this part right here, I love this part. This is, itty bitty bitch is a numerologist. Okay, I'll tell you who the itty bitty bitch is. Itty bitty bitches are us. We're the small minds. We're the little ones. We're the babies, because we were reincarnated the baby. We are the little people. We're not, we're the little ones. They're the big ones up there in the sky. So itty bitty bitch is a numerologist. Got your number where I live. See, he's coming for him. He's got your number, but he lives there. He's going to live there, and he already lives there now. I'm going to get you out of pocket like a quarterback blitz. I wonder if quarterback has something to do with the fact that, and there's something else in this song too, I'll get to that part too, but the quarters, like John Watts was talking about, every quarter, every 15, 30, 45 at the top, is like where the angles are, where the corners of the angles are, if you're on a flat, square table playing field chess. And you can hide in the corners or some shit like that, I think. And that's what I'm feeling like. And so when he says, itty bitty bitch, it's a numerologist, got your number where I live, I'm going to get you out of pocket. He's going to get you out of the corner. He's going to get you out of that corner that you're in, like a quarterback blitz. If that's an everyday faucet, make it wet, make it rinse. That faucet, that big drip, the drip of knowledge, big drip, little drip, big drip. Okay, where was I? And then he says, skeletons in your closet, but your past don't exist. Your past really doesn't exist. You got a pad on your list and a pad on your lock. Yeah, you sure do. You got to become unlocked, I guess, to be voided. Let's see. You got a pad on your lock. Calabas ain't the move. That's where everybody live. Plus, that mountain is hot and you forgot what you got. Well, I'm not sure what Calabas is, but it's not the move. That's where I guess the normal people live that don't become voided skin wrappers, just become famous human wrappers. It says, plus the mountain is hot and you forgot what you got. And I know what the mountain is. The mountain, you go up on the mountain, freaking the landslide will bring you down. The mountain's up there in heaven, or whatever you want to call it. And it's hot because heaven's hot, okay? I remember DMX saying heaven is hot. And then something else, heaven's very hot. Heaven burns you with love. Hell is freezing cold. It's TARDIS. It's froze. So cold you can barely move. So yeah, there's a misconception there about hell being hot if you believe in hell. Heaven's hot. And we did forget what we got, yep, when we were born again, and lost our little memories from the time before and the time before that, and before that, and before that. So, my screen fell down. I don't know how long I've been talking to you. I couldn't see my face, but it's okay, because I'm not looking at myself. Here, let me just take a look and see. How I got that? Okay, that's good. Now, he says, hold up, nuisance, blah, blah, blah. I don't like this part. I recommend them all with acoustics. I recommend a bed for the juices. A bed. We are beds. We are the beds, the mattresses, the pillows, and juices would be our blood and all the crap inside of us, I guess, because he's recommending it, and he's voided out, so he recommends a bed to us for the juices so you can have a body. And he recommends you live where the truth is. And psychedelic views. Okay, here comes the part I'm talking about. The corners and the edges and the 45-degree angles. He's going to get you out of pocket with. Psychedelic views and infinity pools. Yeah, check it out once I sweat those edges out. Okay, the psychedelic views is when they're looking through your eyes. Infinity pools, like, they could go on forever like this, just taking over human wrappers, like skin wrappers. And you should check it out. They do check it out. They check it out. Like he said, he takes the city on a test drive. Once I sweat the edges out, see, you got to be voided. They got to be sweated out, the edges, because the edges of the square, of the cube, sweat them out into a circle. And it can be sweat the edges of your hairline out if you're fucking a female, okay? But I'm trying to go for the other meaning, the other less known meaning. I mean, everything he's rapping about here, yes, it's literally that too. It's sweating her edges out because they're having sex, I don't know what else to tell you, but some of this stuff has no really meaning on that side. Some of this stuff has only meaning, like, spiritually kind of stuff. Because, I mean, a lot of it doesn't make sense if you look at it like sweating the edges out as having sex. Well, it's just the shallow meaning. And a lot of this stuff, a lot of these things aren't shallow lyrics at all. But still, you can judge for yourself. And then you just go through the chorus again. And now this part right here, this is telling right here. He's got hair down like vanity. He's got the fuck-ups. He's got the damage fees. He's got the gold dust. He's got the anesthese. And here's the part Robin's talking about. Well, he's got the anesthesia. Where am I at? I lost my place again. This ain't a fantasy. We about to go up. So he thinks he's going back up. And that's the thing that's in that is the old God entity. Thinks it's going to go back up because he's chosen. So when you're chose up, this ain't a fantasy. We about to go up. They think they're literally going to go up. See, underhanding me never got no love. But understanding me maybe can mold us. So if you understand, like if you bored yourself and then underhand yourself is what you always have done. You've underhanded yourself because you've not found out, I guess, you've not met your entity. You've not been a skin wrapper. Maybe you have. I have. But I think I created my own entity because, well, that's just for another video because I had a neat thought about the voice or the thing that's been gone since I got out of the cycle ward and how it come to be there, like how I gave it energy and how I fed it my energy and made it manifest, but in my head, which started manifesting out. But anyway, these lyrics, there you go. So Robin, they think, I don't know how Robin found that out, but it doesn't really matter because I found a song here that talks about going up and being chose up and what they think they're going to do. And I told you another story, a little hypothetical story about human rappers wanting to become superstar rappers, the stars above God's throne superstar rappers, and then they have to sign their record deals and sign their stuff over, do their Faustian bargain, because human rappers can't be stars above God's thrones. They can't be superstars. Human rappers have to be the bed, the vehicle for the juices, so that the entity can have something to reside in. So maybe his hair's his Bluetooth line. Could be that too. When you let your hair down, the Bluetooth line, you turn it down. If he's double down, like Jonathan Kleck says, well, they're both down. They're both double down. Then they're both down here, like boom, boom, and they're both staying down. I think